So what we're going to do in this video is take a look at this Amiga 2000 that's not been switched on or looked at in over 30 years because it's been sat in storage. So this is an Amiga A2000 that Richard gave me to take a look at for him. The Leeds Amiga group meetup that happened a couple of weeks ago. He also gave me a Commodore 64, a disk drive, 1541 disk drive. They both work fine. Commodore 1084 monitor, that works fine too. So obviously I've not got the keyboard out yet. I have got the keyboard with this. He gave me a printer as well. I think it was the Commodore 801 printer, which I'm going to have a look at and see if that works too. But this one, we all know what it's like for Vitara batteries, or Varta, whichever way you want to pronounce it. So I'm not going to start this one up. I have had a quick look through the ports under the front here, and I'll just pop your picture up there so you can take a look, and that looks a bit green and crusty. So I do not want to power this on until we've disassembled it and had a look at that battery, which sits about here, if my memory serves me correctly. So it's been a long time since I've been in the A2000. So yeah, so let's flip it up, take the screws out and see what we can find. So to get this apart, as you saw, 2 screws at either side, a couple on the back, and this back tin shield should lift somehow. Oh, still feels tied down at the back, so possibly this one as well. So we'll try that, this one. So that's quite nice, isn't it, when everything comes off in one big lump, so you can actually get into things. We'll fasten that back on later. So he's looking a little bit crusty down there. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the 2 screws out of here, and we're going to lift this power supply and this unit right off the top, so we can take a look properly down on the board. Oh, nice lump of RAM on there. Nice to see that the corrosion has not got up to that edge connector anywhere. Just put that to one side. Right, so I think I'm going to just pull this board completely out. I've just got another screw up there, pull this card out and do all the screws all the way around the board, and we'll lift the board out and we'll take a look at the board properly. Some of you eagle eyes down there might already be able to see where the disk drive sits down here. You can see the Vitara battery there, look, you can see it's all around there, so we need to inspect that. I can see on the CPU we've got some green legs down there, so that's why I want to lift the board out, and we'll take a good look and see if we can clean it up and see if there's any traces gone or anything like that. So yeah. So what have we got? Ooh, looking quite crusty. You can see how far it's actually come with the leakage. You can see the cloud that comes up there, right round here, all the way around to this side here. This is quite corroded in here as well, and there's the battery. So first thing we want to do is get shut of that battery. So I'm just going to wiggle that and get rid of it. As least destructive as possible. The battery's off. It doesn't look bad now it's off, does it, to be fair? But maybe it's spilt all its guts and there's no left in it. Who knows? Varta. You can see the CPU legs, can't we? I mentioned that earlier on. Let's lift the CPU out and let's see what that socket actually looks like underneath there. It certainly looks crusty, doesn't it? That CPU is definitely crusty. That's a kickstart ROM, so I'm going to pull this one out to see if there's any green on the sockets. Once I've got things cleared out of the way, we'll take it under the microscope and have a quick look. What I think I'll do first is we'll just give it a bit of a clean up around the area with some IPA. You see how mucky it is, look straight away. Watch the white side, look, white side. It's just taking the mask off straight away. Let's have a look on the underside. You can see that, but it's not too bad. There's a couple of crusty points on there. Mainly it's just ground plane that's got that. So hopefully, fingers crossed. So it don't look too bad. So anyway, let's get it under the microscope. So, what we can see here on the battery is, you can see them lines in the black. They may be connected, they may not be connected. When I'm looking around, you can see they are black. You can see these traces. That's just going straight through there. Because underneath that one, underneath that crystal, so it goes straight past there. I think it goes to there, so let's just move that little blue one out of the way. You see it going underneath there, but where does it go? I think it comes underneath there and follows along. And follows along around there. That one joins to there, which looks like a bit of an earth, and that one touches there. Let's see where that one goes, eh? So that one comes right up to that point there. Put the buzzer on, and I think that it goes from there to there. Well, yeah, must be a break in there. Straight under. No, I found the wrong one. So we know that line's okay because that goes straight to the bottom right leg of the chip that we were just looking at. And the other one, where did the other one go then? That must be that one. It goes under there. If it comes around to that capacitor. Yes, it does. So we know that trace is okay. So I think the other one, this one just here. Looks like it goes up there and turns right, comes round into this chip leg. And that's got continuity as well. So far we've had a look and we have got these three traces. There's one there, follow through, comes right through, one of them goes to that other side of that pin just there, just to there, just looks like a ground plane anyway. The other one runs to there, run to there, so that's connected as well. The other little one that I followed only went to around here anyway, so that's okay as well. So what have we got further up inside of the CPU? So you can see in there, can't you? You can see that it's still a bit crusty in there. Look. One's a new socket, but I'm just going to give it a little clean, just for test purposes at the beginning. So I wonder where that one goes then. Let's see where that one goes. Let's see where that goes. It disappears underneath there. Disappears underneath there, look. So you think it'd come to that bottom trace there. It'd come along. It should go to one of either here. There we go, found it. So that trace there runs off and that goes to one of the card slots. You know, that, the one that I'll corroded, I'll show you. In that one. So that goes from there to there. So we know that's okay. What else have we got? What the heck is that crust? It's a little bit crusty around there, isn't it? Runs. Have we got that pin? so that's okay. So are we seeing anything that's going to stop this thing from firing up? It's a little bit crusty around here, but might have to do a bit of work on them wires, they look a bit crappy. It might be worth a chance, you know, to give it a start. Capacitor leg doesn't look brilliant, does it, down there? But it's not knackered. Just mock that, I think that trace is okay. We'll check that one though. That one just goes from there. You can get you both in shot. We'll just check from there to there. And we've got continuity. So it didn't really go far as such. And yeah, it got up here. We came all the way around. We've checked around there. Oh, looks pretty good. We've got a bit of crust in there, which will give it a bit of a clean. We'll give that another bit of a clean as well. That wire, that is the connector for the battery, which we're not fussed about. That must be a through hole for the, check the other side, it's like a power rail. But is that busted? Can't see anything, I can go up there. That's going through that capacitor, that's why it's beeping. Stop now. Yeah, so we've got continuity through here as well, which is pretty good. Let's just split them board and have a look at some of them wires. It still doesn't look bad, does it, even though this looks pretty mean. You can see it's just coming off with a bit of scratching. Yeah, it's just old flux or something like that that was on there. Yeah. So all in all, even though it does look a little bit corroded, it's looking pretty darn good, isn't it? That's one of the wires it goes through. It probably comes from that power rail. That one. A bit thin is that one, so I thought that would have been the power rail pass through. So yeah. What do you think? We know it's crusty. We know these black spots, this corrosion underneath there. So we do need to remove this solder mask around this area and clean it all up and put some more solder mask down. Possibly go around some of these little wires and just reflow them. We'll check these, change these two capacitors that's at either side there. Do we need to? We'll have a look at that. that resistor we may change. This other little resistor at the other side here we may change. At the moment I think we're just going to give the board a good clean and we'll put it back together. So let's go back away from the scope now and let's have a bit of a chat. Yeah, so we know the board needs a really good clean up. I think these traces are pretty good around here, to be fair. What do you guys think? I want to know from you guys, do you think I should put this back together and try it? Or do you think I should strip all this back first and make sure it's all okay and resolder mask it all over? You've seen on the microscope and the continuity checks throughout, it does continuity up well. I do want to go back over some of these wires and reflow them, maybe some of the resistors and reflow them. But do you think I should just see if it works? What do you reckon? I want to know from you. Hit me up in the comments and let me know if you think I should just plug this in and fire it up. So yeah, that's the Amiga 2000 from Richard. That's been sat in storage for 30 years. We were thinking when we first looked at it, might be a bit grim these. We have seen horror stories with the A2000s. So we've stripped it down, we've given it a good clean out, we've continuity tested the traces, and what we've tested is all looking good. But what I want to know is from you guys is, what should I do next? Should I remove the green screen on the board and re-solder all the traces and make sure them little black spots are all removed first? Or should I just say, you know what, it's not looking bad, put it all back together, see if it fires up? What do you guys think I should do? And in part 2, that is exactly what I will do. So when you guys comment and drop me a comment to let me know what's what, I'll take an average of what you guys are saying and what you're telling me to do, and that's what we'll do in part 2. So if you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to drop down into the description. There's a links down there for some other great guys that do a lot of YouTube chat videos, from repairs to emulators through to programming itself. If you've enjoyed this and you want to see part 2, hit the subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell and you won't miss it. If you want to join us in Facebook, the links are in the description. If you want to join me on Patreon, the links are in the description. Everything's down there in the description for you guys. All the information that I possibly can give you will be there. So that's it from this week. We'll catch you on the next one in part 2. Have a lovely weekend and bye for now.